Okay, Islam. Somebody was just cutting grass, so I don't know if I should like put those two videos together, or I should maybe like leave it how it is. I'm gonna make a decision later on. My beard look a little weird, but it's cool though. It's cool though. All right, so okay, so now let's get into it. So the brother, obviously when my, you can look at my views and to see my old video, because I just made one, with the same shirt on. So the dude was just telling me what to do, and I was like, slow down, slow your horses down. You're asking me to do way too much. I said, okay, so listen, this is what we gotta do. I said we gotta divide this work evenly. If you want us to like work together, we gotta divide it evenly. You can't just like tell one guy to do all this and you pretty much pick the less work ever. So once we divide everything evenly, then we get at it. So technically, me and I was telling the brother, I said, okay, I said, so one, you do this, one, two, and three. That's what you should handle, and I'm gonna handle whatever the remaining work. I'm gonna handle those remaining work. So the brother, like he wasn't, so the brother wasn't like trying to like actually like get into it. Like I said, nah, listen, all we gotta do is just do our own separate piece. Once we do our own separate piece, we're gonna be successful. I don't care what anybody said. We will be successful. He wasn't trying to listen. He said, "Yeah, bro, you're right. You're right. You're right." I said, "Okay, so just let me know which part you want to pick, and then from there, we'll just move from there." And he said, "All right, definitely, I'm gonna call you back." I never heard from him again. So it's like we could do the talking, we could do the replying, but when it comes down to putting in the work, oh, we don't want to do that. When it comes down to literally like, it's like, you know what, I need to put in this work. This is my responsibility. Nah, bro, I'm sorry, we don't want to do that. We just want to like talk, comment, reply. We just want to do the easy shit, but we don't want to do the shit that actually will make us grow or will actually put money in our pocket. So that's why I said like we like. I'm guessing. I'm thinking that that's called responsibility, but I call it trust, but it's called responsibility. So I'm gonna just name like certain thing why I say actually like we like responsibility, as a whole. Okay, so like like trust, responsibility. So like the first and the most main thing here is what can I say? What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? Oh yeah, yeah. Um, if somebody's starting up, obviously we don't trust them. So obviously we don't. So that means that like we don't want to like participate in whatever they're doing, or we don't want to give them the funding for them to actually do whatever they want to do. So to actually help the community, even if they say it. The other thing is planning. Those are the crucial things. How have a solid blueprint down on what and how we're gonna do what we say we're gonna do. Majority of us don't have that. So since majority of us don't have that planning, in our possession at all, then clearly, we're not actually gonna obviously succeed. So the next one, is like, this is the most common thing for us in the world, not worldwide, but in America. We invest so much money into things, but we never see any results. Have you ever seen that? Like we invest so much money into crap, use like things that's supposed to help the community. Well, obviously, people that go to church, but I know we're most American, but I'm just talking about African American. Now, even most American, they invest into the temples, and we don't see much work. Where is the work? Where is the results? So obviously, when a new guy come in place and pretty much like, well, listen, I could help you out. Obviously, we know clearly, comments saying we're not going to invest into this dude. Come on now. It's just gonna be another guy just ripping us off. I mean, we already got the church and the temples that's doing that. We don't need anybody else to do it. So we just don't want to invest in newcomers. Obviously, those newcomers got to build, I'm guessing, a reputation. I don't really know. Well, I guess they got to build something for this crap to work. So the next bullet point is pretty much like, this is for the brothers and maybe, but not all the sisters. We don't want to see each other succeed. I don't really see it much in in the most American community, like I see it as much in the African American communities, but it's still there. Like, we don't want to see the other brothers succeed. But overall, it's not big, but it is there. I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, every every group of people have those type of people there that actually don't want to see their brothers succeed above them. But you gotta think about it. If they succeed and it's not for their own best interest, you succeed. If it is for their own best interest, and their own best interest is in repairing, replenishing, or giving back to the community, then you somewhat succeed. If it's giving jobs and other things to the community, then you do succeed, because what they did, what those individuals did with their own personal interest, got maybe you or somebody else a job at this place, or maybe got a lot of people a job at this place. So it's a win-win for both. He won and you won. So, but if it's like this for their own personal interest, and after that they take all that bread or fiats, obviously most American fiats, and go to some other community, maybe the suburb or somewhere like that, just spend all the money there. Then, well, sir, we lost. They just did it for their own personal interest. Now, those are technically all three. I'm sorry, all four bullet points. So the first one is that they're just starting up. The second one, they don't have no plan. You got to show us a plan. The third one, we invest in so many things that we're just getting tired of investing any more money. The fourth one, we just don't want to see our brothers or sisters succeed. The fifth one, they're in it for their own personal interest, and that could be beneficial or not beneficial. But it's out of every single one, those are technically those are just that right there. Now, now clearly, like I already said it earlier, like, when the brother wasn't trying to like divide this job up, and that was just the saddest piece. It's like, listen, you just got to pick three things. Then I'm going to pick the remaining three. So if you said, listen, we should do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, I say, okay, let's divide it in half. You do these, and whatever's remain, I could do them. Or I could just pick what I want to do, and then you could do the rest. It's crucial, because this is how we're going to succeed. But he wasn't doing that. Now, before I end everything up, right, this is how literally, that's why I say, I'm gonna create more of this where Moorish need to structure their infrastructure. That was stupid, but who cares, right? So this is how the Europeans succeeded. If you read, if you want the link, I could send it to you. If you read their book, of the Moorish conquest of Spain, those they kept trying to fight individually at the Moors, and they always kept losing. Every single time they kept losing. So until they decided to join the houses together. And that's when they really had a big ass impact, and that's when they actually really did kick us out completely. So when all the houses became one, when none of the houses going against each other, that's when we lost completely. And then they did the same thing here, and they did the same thing over there. They did the same thing anywhere there's indigenous people. So if they did that, don't you think common sense we gotta do like the same? We don't gotta fight, because obviously this thing is already gonna fall, but we don't want to wait for this thing to fall. We need to put in action now, because if it falls and we don't put in any, like, if it like, well, let's say if it falls like 10-20 years later, we thinking maybe it might fall maybe 2 years, 4 years, but it fall 10-20 years later, and us that's joining becoming, Moorish American. Obviously, to be a Moorish American, it means you gotta fast. If you just watch my previous video explaining that in detail. So, we're just gonna be fasting for like years, straining out here, looking to how to actually, survive for ourselves. But majority of us, there's actually a way to survive. But majority of us have so much clutter or fear that it's not really gonna work out for them. So like we gotta start putting in like the infrastructures. Before we could do that, we gotta start making sure our homes are right, and two, communities are right. So like I said, they did it by unifying everything. And who got the biggest number? Let's be honest. Who have the biggest number? We do. We have people everywhere. The biggest number on this continent is us. But the lack of organization, yeah, it's also us. I'm sorry. Well, I had to be honest. Now, I want to leave it off with at least two quote and a question, and I'm hoping you guys could answer this question. Um, so it's a quote from Prophet Noble Dryly. I don't have the complete quote, but I'm pretty sure a lot of Moors out here already know the quote, and you can maybe like just put it down in the comment section, and yeah, that would be very helpful. Now the quote is pretty much he pretty much said like I'm just gonna like put it in my own words. He said, I brought everything that you need. I brought everything that's needed to save a nation. Now save yourself. He never said, wait for Allah to save you. He said, I brought everything you need to save a nation. The nation, all the tools you need, everything is here. Now all you guys just gotta do is use that and save yourself. Put everything together and save yourself. So now that's where we're at right now. We gotta now take complete responsibility so we can actually be able to work together. Now the next quote, right, is growth is never by mere chance. It is a result of forces working together. So take that in. You tell me what you think if you want to below. Me right now, obviously I have like 2-3 people with me. Where we do computer repair. We do web. We build websites. And we definitely do nationality cards. Now, nationality. You don't need to go to the temple to get a nationality card. Nationality card is just a way for you to identify yourself. The more of us that have nationality card, the more familiar it will be in the communities. So the less of us that have it, though, the more they will say, well, we don't accept it. But as we start gaining this, okay, yeah, we believe, yeah, we got it. So that also is a way of organizing ourselves and taking us out of the system. Once you get a nationality card, from there, and once you start having infrastructure, then we start cutting off the entire Social Security. We start mailing them saying that we don't want this service, but don't do it now. Do it once we know for a fact we have some type of infrastructure and some form of control over certain places. But yeah, if you need computer repair, we provide that service. I'm literally slowly building my circle. If you need a website, we could provide that service. If you need nationality card, we could provide that service. And also, if you need a business planner, I could provide that service. To structure. Let's say you have some type of business, you want to structure it. Me and you could work together to actually make that happen. Obviously, I gotta make some fiat, guys. Let's be honest. So these services isn't free. This service is to make some fiat. Now, if you want us to work as a community base, that's free. Just make sure me and you come up with a plan, and me and you know exactly what we're trying to do. No personal interest, because deep in my heart, I could tell that somebody in it for their own personal interest. So yeah, that's those two quotes. Now, a question for you guys is identify characteristics of a good team member and how those characteristics can be useful when solving problems. So I'm gonna read it one more time. Identify characteristics of a good team member and how those characteristics can be useful when solving problems. If you guys have answers, we're gonna make a part two of, obviously this, um, what's my call again? This small clip is, so we could actually better explain. Now, it would be great if you leave a comment below. Once you leave a comment below, we will definitely like go into detail on the next video. I'm hoping tomorrow is Saturday, it's my day off. Saturday and Sunday, I'm chilling, but I'm hoping Monday we could go into it to better explain it. I'm not sure, just to better explain this entire situation, because these are foundation we need to answer. We need, once we answer these key foundation, from there we could actually start going upward to success, because we lack a whole bunch of things. We definitely lack teamwork. We all just in it for our own personal gain. But again, I'm gonna put the question up one last time. It'll be great if you answer it, because this is what we're gonna take for our next video. If not, then we're just gonna talk about the next video about something else. But this is key. I want to just keep my videos all about business, like how we can actually grow as a community, how we can actually start doing business. That's what I want to keep my videos about. And health. I love health. Health, yes. I love health. I love eating healthy, other things. But majority business, because I'm a business mentality type of guy. Now the question is, again, identify a characteristic of a good team member and how those characteristics can be useful when solving problems. One last time. Identify a characteristic of a good team member and how those characteristics can be useful when solving problems. Okay, this is me, Ahmed Silael, and today is the 29th of, I don't know what month it is. It's already June, right? Yeah, June 29th. And yeah, I'm out.